Go Designs came about because of, in our market, there just wasn't a company who was delivering people's expectations. So I had to get involved and ended up being out in the field, having to build the design, because the design's one thing and the install's another thing. And when I realized that those things weren't working and clients weren't having the best experiences with those companies, I had to do something about it. And so that's when I decided to open up Go Designs, which the company, because Go Designs has been around since 2009 as a design company, but then we went to design construction in 2014. And because we want to deliver not only the end result, but the experience, from start to finish. Communication, it's a big deal. Always answering our phone. If I have to go out to a job site, or Pete goes out, to meet the client because the client has questions, we want to provide that type of service. Many times our clients don't really know what to expect. And as we're building, they're seeing things come together, but it's kind of a mess until we get to a certain point, and then it's that aha moment. But we know, from the get-go, we're designing, we know what the end result is. And so we're, that's why we started Go Designs, is to deliver that end result, but service throughout the process as well.
Coming up, the Go Designs team goes to work to tear out the old so they can start building the new. Stay tuned.
Many neighborhoods, many homes, they're nice. Most of the time the outdoor is not. So most outdoors don't really match the homes. And it's just because of, we're limited on what's available here in our market. So when I came to this project to look at the existing situation, it was dated. There was a lot of poor construction techniques. They had black plastic, not very pretty drains. Most of the stuff from the cosmetic just didn't accentuate the home.
So step one was, of course, demolition, and what was existing is a bunch of flagstone. The flagstone was set on a concrete base. So we really had to bring in big jackhammers to jackhammer all the flagstone. One of the problems that we had at this project was space. So we couldn't get a skid steer back here to actually demo all this out. So really all the demo was done by hand. All our guys came in, they jackhammered it out by hand, put it in wheelbarrows, hauled it to the front and hauled it away.
The flagstone that was installed was eroding because that's what that particular stuff does. The grout joints were huge. The access ramp for the slope was intense. The pool spa cap was falling apart. The plaster inside the pool had rust spots everywhere. The plumbing, it just wasn't running efficiently. And these are normal things that are built all over our market. There was no perimeter landscaping, and to me, perimeter landscaping is a huge deal. It's what softens everything. It's what makes things cozy. So there wasn't that. There was just a wall. It's very cold. There was grass, of course. There was some shrubs around the pool area, but they were kind of just not taken care of. They were just not grown. They just really didn't ever live to their full potential.
Coming up, the swimming pool was not only outdated, it was dangerous. Go Designs has a plan for that too. Stay tuned.
The mission here is to take this backyard from your regular plain Jane function only, everything works kind of, to really a backyard environment. Creating outdoor living spaces, creating a swimming pool that runs efficiently, that is aesthetically pleasing. We really want the wow factor, starting with taking everything out, all the flagstone, all the coping, chipping the pool plaster out.
On the pool, for one, the plumbing wasn't sufficient, so the pool wouldn't circulate properly. Number two, once we chipped out the pool, the existing plaster, we found a crack. So we had to alleviate that issue by breaking up a part of the existing pool shell, adding new rebar, and actually reshooting that portion of that pool. So another thing that we found was the safety drains. The safety drains weren't up to code. So we literally had to, rip out, jackhammer, 2 holes at the bottom of the pool to add new safety drains.
But once we drained it, started to chip it out, we realized it was a single drain system, which, those shouldn't be ever installed. Unfortunately, they're still being installed. And the reason you don't want that is because you've got a lot of suction, and people can actually get stuck to the drain.
The old spa, we jackhammered, the existing spa coping. We jackhammered the existing pool spa tile, and we chipped out all the existing plaster. Once we came in and demoed everything out, really, we were able to shoot out string lines and figure out what the grade's going to be. But once we got all the existing irrigation out, once we got all the existing planters out, one of the things that we had to do was extend the actual patio space on this upper level. So we had to demo out the existing rock wall that was there, all the existing landscape trees, shrubs, all that stuff. Once we demoed everything out, we could actually look at what we had in store, actually throw out string lines and mark everything, kind of based off of what we're going to do.
The design concept basically was to create outdoor living spaces, around a swimming pool. So many times the swimming pool seems to be the main focus, but it's really not. So what we want to do is on the design side is we've created places to hang out. We call them destination spaces. One of those being we're going to bring out, we're designing a fireplace area with a shade structure, great place for lounging. Of course, as it gets close to wintertime, the fire, warms everybody up. You can watch football games. It's awesome. Of course, the hot tub, we're going to bring extra space around the hot tub so that people can hang out around the hot tub because it's a great conversation area. Reconfiguring all the plumbing, adding water features, doing a spillway that actually, is attractive. Adding the fireplace, to hang out under the shade pergola, great seating areas, great places for chase lounges, tables and chairs, a fire pit, for roasting marshmallows and for, that night ambiance or nightcaps. The morning coffees are great. A little shade structure by the spa, to hang some curtains, just all the coziness that everybody's really looking for. We're gonna just wipe this place out and bring this great outdoor living space that will be here forever.
Coming up next week on the Open House Show, see the meticulous detail in the pool, new fireplace, unique pergolas, and exquisite stonework as the Go Designs team turns this backyard into a magnificent work of art.